Where are the Einsatzgruppen mass graves located? Imagine a dark chapter in history where mobile killing units carried out mass murders across vast areas. The Einsatzgruppen were these units, following the German army into occupied territories during World War II. Their main task was to murder Jews, communist officials, Roma, and others considered enemies by the Nazis. They used mass shootings as their primary method, often in open fields, forests, or ravines. Most of these graves are in Eastern Europe, especially in areas that the Nazis invaded starting in June 1941. Today, these include parts of Ukraine, Belarus, the Baltic states of Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, and Western Russia. These regions saw the brutal actions of the Einsatzgruppen as they moved through towns and villages. Victims were rounded up, stripped of belongings, and taken to nearby open spaces. There, they were executed and buried in large pits or ditches. One of the most notorious sites is Babyn Yar, a ravine near Kyiv in Ukraine. Over 33,000 Jews were murdered there in just 2 days in September 1941. Similar sites are scattered across Ukraine and the Baltic countries. In Lithuania, for example in the city of Kaunas, thousands were killed in open pits. Many of these graves are still hidden in forests or rural areas, often unmarked and forgotten. Research has helped locate hundreds of these graves, especially in Ukraine. Between 1941 and 1944, about 1.5 million Jews were killed by the Einsatzgruppen and their collaborators. Witness accounts and forensic work have identified around 500 graves. These sites serve as somber reminders of the violence and help keep the memory of the victims alive. In summary, the mass graves of the Einsatzgruppen are mainly found in Eastern Europe, especially in Ukraine, the Baltic states, and parts of Western Russia. These graves mark the locations of mass shootings carried out during the early stages of the final solution, before the Nazis built extermination camps. Finding and preserving these graves is vital for understanding and remembering this tragic part of history.